we've hit a slight bump in the road. I'm not quite sure why. We haven't had a ton of injuries other than the niggling variety, except one that actually happened right before I started recording. It's not fixture congestion because we haven't qualified for European football, so that's obviously not it. It's just, for whatever reason, the guys have decided that they're at the top of the league and maybe they can coast for a couple of games. And they did, and we paid for it. Which wouldn't be so bad, except now today we're playing top of the league Chelsea. And believe it or not, top 6 finishing is at stake. My name's FM19, and this is the Palace March, episode 24. Well, when we last met, we had just beaten Newcastle 3-2, and I thought I had what I would consider to be a particularly easy run of games coming up, with the exception of Man City. Wolves and West Ham are both bottom of the table teams. West Ham is actually on the relegation zone, and Everton is also bottom of the table. So to get 4 points in 4 games, especially against 3 teams who are 15th place or lower, is really, really disconcerting. Wolves shut us out, 2-0. A Neves goal and a Ziyech goal were enough to see them through. We just could not put anything together that day. 15 shots, 9 on target for Wolves, 13 shots, 4 on target for us. We had a ton of fouls. The team has started fouling a bunch. I don't know why. Milvievic has already been banned 1 match for 5 fouls, and I think he's 1 yellow card away from getting a 2-ban match for 10 fouls. We couldn't put anything together. We then went up against Man City, and I knew this was going to be a tough game. Man City is above us in the table. They're a really good team. Ajeti had an 8th minute goal. That's after Manolas scored in the 6th minute. We did well to hold them scoreless until the 70th minute when Aguero had a really nice shot. And then, oh look, an extra period goal. Silva had a goal in the 93rd minute. We had 13 shots, 7 on target, they're 23-2. They were better than us. Our defense just could not put anything together. Sablik, he's young. I expect him to have some bad games. We couldn't put anything together in this game as well. Tonali was really, really good, and it was player of the match worthy. If it weren't for the fact that Aguero was just as good as him and scored a goal, I suspect Tonali would have won player of the match. Ajeti was also really good. Everyone else was just average or below average, and we're not going to win games that way against any opponent of quality, not, Wolves or Man City. Then this game was frustrating. We drew 0-0 with West Ham, and there must have been 3 or 4 sequences in front of the goal where it looked like we were on the attack, we took the shot, and the ball disappeared into the crowd and then somehow came flying back out again. They weren't woodwork hits exactly. It's like Fabianski and Brindelli and Fry and Reisner was ever protecting the goal line, did just enough to deflect the ball. It was frustrating as all get out. We had 16 shots, 6 on target to their 6 and 3, a huge possession advantage. My defense was great. My offense was not so great, but it should have been more than adequate to beat West Ham, who were 18th in the league at this point in time. There was more than one time where I thought we had scored, only to see the ball come out and get kicked away. We managed to right the ship against Everton. Winning 4-2, Kamara, 26th-minute goal. Carol Linetti actually had a brace of goals, 45th and 66th minute. Gubbles had a goal in extra time in the first half. Demonica Enoch had a goal for Everton. Wissam Ben Yedder had a penalty kick in the 75th minute. There was a penalty on us in the 88th minute, and because Linetti was close to the hat trick, I had him take it. He's got a 9 penalty taking. I figured, what the heck? And Pickford blocked it. Honestly, if we hadn't been ahead 4-2 already, I would have had someone else take it. But we had 21 shots, 11 on target to their 17 and 8. A solid all-around game by everybody except Sablik. And to be honest, I expected this. He's 18 years old. He's the starting defensive right back for a Premier League team. 2-star current ability, 5-star potential ability. As you can see, he's getting better by leaps and bounds. His determination has really gone up. That's entirely due to the squad makeup and the mentoring group he's in. He's had some really nice performances. He's on a 7-0 for the season. I I can't complain with that by any stretch of the imagination. And I think he actually started out this season at 1.5 stars. I'm hoping by the end of the season he's up at least another half star, if not a full. As it stands, this is the league table, and this is why I think today's game against Chelsea is critical. There's a definite split between 7th and 8th place. 5 points at least. Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool could all jump us. We could win and still be a point behind Tottenham. We need at least a draw or a win to stay in top 6 contention, I think. Otherwise, we're going to be on the outside looking in. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go check my best 11 and the reserves, and we are going to come back with the match against Chelsea in just a bit. Well, today we are away at Chelsea, and we are playing our 4-3-3. Onana in goal, Riedewald, Santos, Fakari, and Sablik as the defensive back 4, Lanetti, Tonali, and Milivojevic as the midfield 3, Mioro, Gubbles, and Ajeti up top as the strikers. Benasser tore a muscle in training this week and is out the next 5 to 6 weeks. He's got a club in China after him. Riedewald is the target of Napoli. Milivojevic, the corner kick, taps it to Lanetti. Over to Riedewald. To Tonali. To Mayoral. Oh, and he bounces it right off the keeper. Ajeti. Out to Gubbles. Drives forward. And that was a weak attempt. In other Palace player news, or at least former Palace player news, as Bakayoko skies the header over the crossbar, Benteke is now playing for Maccabi Tel Aviv, and Kante, and his shot's wide right. Dodged a bullet there. And Zaha has been put on the transfer list by Man United. Coming up on halftime here, we're doing actually pretty well. 10 shots, 4 on target. Hazard is out with an injury for them. I just said we're doing really well, so watch them score. Jorginho across the field to Azpilicueta to Pulisic. Centers it to Morata, who got behind the defenders, and he skies it over the crossbar. Onana with a goal kick. Taps it out to Fakari. To Tonali. To Milivojevic. Dispossessed by Kante. To Jorginho. And Milivojevic stood there like a freaking gored ox. I swear, he didn't move for like 7 seconds. Well, halftime. About the only positive for us is that Hazard went out with the injury, and they've got 5 guys on a yellow card. 10 shots, 4 on target for us. 7 shots, 2 on target for them. If we can hold them to a draw, I will be happy with that. Riedewald on the throw-in. Back to Riedewald. Over to Tonali. To Milivojevic. Back to Tonali. Oh, he tried sliding it through, but Lingard intercepted it. Morata, 1-on-1. To Pulisic, off the crossbar, but he gets the rebound and puts it away. Let's see this again. Morata goes wide, cuts it back inside. Totally wrong foots. Is that Fakari? I'm pretty sure that's Fakari. Now Pulisic should be happy. Why are we getting a double replay? Oh. Kickoff highlight. This could be good for us. Tonali. No, it's not going to be good for us because Oh, wait a minute. It is going to be good for us. Riedewald. To Tonali. Over to Milivojevic. Back to Lanetti. Up to Milivojevic. Oh, off the crossbar. Wow, that ball got big real quick. A lot of woodwork hits lately. Well, Benasser going out, that leaves us thinner in the midfield than I would like. And Tonali is still having those instances where he goes 2 games and needs a week of rest. So we're bringing on Kirby. He's not the best player I have as backup, but he'll do a job, especially at deep line playmaker. Emerson knocks it in, knocked away by Santos. Lingard is there to Pulisic, and he gets another one. 24 minutes to make it good, guys. Oh, and he just went right around Riedewald. Sablik with the throw-in. Knocked away, but Sablik gets it back. Milivojevic. Back to Sablik. Out to Kirby. Up to Ajeti. Over to Goebbels. Knocked away. Knocked away up to Murata. Chelsea on the counterattack. Pulisic long. Pass to Lingard. And his shot's wide left. That was a nice pass. 15 minutes left. Come on, guys. Let's get a goal back. We're doing well. I mean, stats-wise, we're holding our own with Chelsea. Murata to Lingard. Back to Emerson. Crosses it in. Onana. Easy pickup for him. Rolls it out to Riedewald. Up to Linetti. Back to Riedewald. Long pass towards the jetty, but it's knocked down. Ben Taleb has it. Sends it up to Lingard. Nice first touch by Ben Taleb. Even better pass up to Lingard. I don't know what he does to Onana here. Onana looks like he's trying to punch it away, and it just goes right by him. Mepham on a throw-in to a jetty. Guys, come on. Kirby recovers that, and that's the game. Gee, money, Christmas. That was not good enough. Well, we're in 5th place. Man City's playing Wolves. If they win, they'll be tied with us at 34 points. We'll drop down to 6th. And Arsenal, I believe, is going to have a game in hand because they've got Europa League. We're still doing well. 33 goals is good for 7th best. 22 goals allowed is good for 6th best. Frankly, if we can keep that up, I think we'll be doing well. We've got to beat the teams we're supposed to be beating. We can't be drawing to West Ham and losing to Wolves. It's not going to get us far. Schedule-wise, you know what? We'll come back for Tottenham. It's the it's the FA Cup 3rd round game. So it should be a good test for us. It'll be at the start of the transfer window. Carlo Bartolek is going to Hajduk Split. That's right. He asked for a transfer, and I said, yeah, sure, because he's not getting playing time here. Got my eyes on a couple youngsters over in Brazil. If I can get one of them here, it'll really shore up our midfield. The big question is, Mayoral's wanted by Sevilla, but he's not going anywhere. The question is, do we let guys like Riedewald go? I don't have a capable backup for Riedewald, so I would say no unless I can bring in someone as good as or better than him, which may or may not be a possibility. We're working with 13 million in the transfer budget and 100,000 pounds in the wage budget. So I've got a little bit of wiggle room, but not a lot. The other thing I don't have a lot of is patience for losing to teams we should be beating. But I thought we had a decent chance against Chelsea. I was proved wrong. The Tottenham game should be a good game, though. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave them down below. I'll answer them as fast as I can. My name is FM19, and I thank you for watching.